Okay, so now you've heard what I was expecting from this card, you have seen what it looks like, and you've seen what it can do in some of the biggest games out there. The only thing left to give you is my verdict. Well, I'm going to start off saying that almost everything I thought that was going to happen with this card didn't turn out as I expected. Fortunately, I'm an honorary member of this thing we like to call life, and I'm no stranger to its various ups and downs. Sounds pretty bad, huh? Well, not exactly. In my introduction, I listed all the reasons I was switching to NVIDIA, so I'd like to go back over those points to see how the GTX 670 sizes up. First, it was really messed up trying to uninstall the Catalyst drivers and then install the GeForce drivers. After installing those drivers, though, there were games that wouldn't even start. I was starting to get a little bit nervous. I had to completely reinstall Crysis 2, and it took like 5 minutes for Origin to start. But after it did start, and a few more system restarts, every game I have is running fine. It was just a little bit of a pain in the butt. Now on to adaptive vsync. This is the part that breaks my heart. I used it in every game with no good result. Still had screen tearing. I couldn't figure it out. I went onto some forums and found that my experiences were not uncommon. I will do an update to this video if I find a workaround solution or NVIDIA updates their drivers. Now as far as FXAA goes, this is different. This was a complete home run for me. Worked just as it should, and it took no performance hit to my system at all. It was absolutely amazing. Next I mentioned the loudness and the heat of my previous cards. Typically my 6870s ran at 48 to 50C when idle and got to about 75C under load. But the GTX idles at 30C and it maxed out at around 55C after hours of recording in-game footage. That's way beyond what I was expecting because it had been pretty hot out lately where I live, and still this thing stays unbelievably cool. Also, one of the features that Gigabyte totes is the non-reference cooling, meaning that Gigabyte's design is not the reference design that NVIDIA gave them. It's their own design. The explanation kind of goes a little bit deeper than that, but for simplicity's sake, we'll leave it at that. To say it's whisper quiet, though, is an understatement. It's the quietest card I have never, ever not heard. Anyway, in conclusion, I have to say that this card is amazing. It definitely smokes my previous 6870 cards, but the lack of working adaptive vsync is completely overshadowed by the sheer power of this card. All the games I ran saw huge improvements over what I was previously seeing. Two of the games, however, stick out the most. Battlefield 3 and Crysis 2. I saw leaps and bounds in performance in those games. I have to be honest and say that I was nervous about switching cards at first. In the back of my mind, I was just hoping the GTX would be on par with my 6870s, and maybe the quietness and the lower temps would, justify my long-saved $400 purchase. What I got, however, in this graphics card is it didn't only meet those expectations, but it exceeded them exponentially. It makes me more confident in how future games will run. And just the thought of putting two of these in SLI makes me drool. So there you have it. This is my first of hopefully many videos here on Maxed Out. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps you decide how to spend your hard-earned money. If you did like this review, please subscribe and also leave a comment and let me know what you think. So for Maxed Out, this is Redemption77 saying, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, but if you're cool or lame. Till next time, later. It's amazing! It's fantastic! It's graphic-y! It's a video card! Yeah, it's a video card.
I want to do it again.
It's amazing. It's stupendous. It's GeForce GTX 670. I cannot wait to give this to you. Start it again. I'm not giving it to anybody. This is mine.